excited to talk to you today, Blair.
Thank you.
So I'm wondering, you've been in the industry for a long time. You have longevity. Do
Long
men?
time.
Yes, I know. 80s favorite, Crush Groove right here. Saw it in theaters.
Ooh, all right.
So I want to know from you, do men go through the same type of thing with hair that women do?
No, you know better than that. You know better than that. Listen, we like to present ourselves well. Brothers always like to, be dressed when we can, color coordinated when we can. Got to get the hair sliced up. Get the fade going when you can. But it's on a different level. I mean, listen, I have a mother and I have two sisters growing up with two sisters. I have a wife and I have a daughter now, and it's a different level in terms of, I think, that the time, certainly the money that's invested into doing your hair. So that's why I thought, Justin Simeon, who created this project, wrote, directed, and produced it. I really thought it was a brilliant stroke of genius to kind of put this story that's all about a weave who's possessing people, a hair possession story or tale, but which is a Japanese genre and Korean genre, Asian genre filmmaking. But I've never seen that in American cinema. So to deal with the aspect of hair possession in Black culture, knowing what our hair means to us, and our protagonist being Lorraine, who's the star of the movie, to put that in the walk, in the lived experiences of a Black woman, I thought was just genius. So I very much want to be a part of it.
So there are very many layers that go through the film with the story that's being told. So
Yeah.
from your perspective, is there ever a time that it's okay to conform to get that opportunity to step into the room?
Listen, you're asking me? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think compromise is important. Depends on how far you want to get ahead. But as you compromise, you don't lose sight of yourself. You can't lose sight of your integrity, where you're going, and side of yourself. I just used an example a few minutes ago. Is, if you come in and, if your hair's, a 6 foot 6 inch afro, but your boss says, that's cool, but I need you to cut it down to like a ½ inch for now. If that's going to make you allow you to pay your bills and handle your business, take care of your kids or yourself, put a roof over your head, then do that. But the fact that you want your hair 6 inches long, a year down the road when you're the manager or the CEO, then you can wear your hair however you want to. So it's important sometimes to understand compromise doesn't mean losing yourself or giving up. It just means, you take that punch for the team and keep moving yourself forward, moving the needle forward.
Thank you for
But
that.
no, I think sometimes we can be our own worst enemies when you say, I'm not going to compromise, I'm not going to sell out. It's like, but you're not selling out necessarily for now. Just if you got to do that to get by, sometimes you got to do that without losing sight of who you are.
So I love the usage of African American folklore as far as slavery within the story. So for you, is that something that you were familiar with as far as literature, or just the concept that there are stories that can apply to our lives today?
Yeah, well, definitely the fact that there are stories that can apply to our lives today, the fact that there is African lore, folklore, but I don't even know how specific this one is in the movie, but I think Justin created this, with the Black Moss and all of that. But there's many examples of stories that are very similar to that harken back to Africa, and those early years on the plantation. So I know he was creating from all those different pods and his own imagination.